What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Kabobble's Garage to episode 2 of working on the dad wag. So today we are finishing up the heater core process. Right now we're just kind of working on getting the inside of the car back together. Right now I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. So we're going to work on getting this bar re-secure and all of this kind of back to where it needs to be. And then you'll be... So I went ahead and got my fuse panel all re-secure, got the pistons re-secure. I got both the sides on, I got all the AC back in. I think I'm ready to start putting the dash in. Once I get the dash in, I will tune. So once you get the dash mostly in, you want to go ahead and get the steering wheel back up and secure so you can access the back of the wires for the dash here. So I'm gonna work on getting that all back up and then I will chime back in. Alrighty guys, the dash is finally in. Alright, one thing that I had to do in order to get the dash in, this little wire, it runs right up into the keyhole of the column right here. So I can get the gauge wire that goes in over here in. When we put the steering column back on, we'll go ahead and rerun that wire back over here by the keyhole. Down to the next step, we'll go ahead and get the dashboard all re-secure on both sides. Get the airbag back in on the passenger side, and then go from there. Alrighty guys, so I got the driver's side together. We're gonna get the passenger side together now. Your bolt tray should be looking pretty freaking empty now. We just got some minor stuff to get up here, down over here, and then we got to get the center console, and then I believe we're pretty done on the inside of the car. Then we can just go back underneath the hood, hook up everything underneath the hood again, and I put some coolant in it. I think we're ready to start. Alrighty guys, so I got the interior all finished up here. So interior is good. I'm gonna finish up the steering wheel here in a little bit. We're gonna wrap up underneath the hood, get some coolant in this thing. We're also gonna replace the coolant reservoir right there real quick, and then we're gonna get this thing started. And then that will be today's video because I gotta go to my daughter's t-ball, go Mud Hens, and then other than that, we will be back later to replace the turbo and do an oil change. Alrighty guys, so dash is all back together, underneath the hood's all back together. I have started her a little bit. I do got to reprogram her a little bit to the tune that she's on. Make her run for a second, and then she should be good after I replace this ugly old bastard. So that's what I'm doing next. So we're gonna go ahead and start replacing the coolant reservoir. I already pulled out the other one, so I'm gonna show you how I did that real quick. So what I went ahead and did was there's a bolt here, here, and here. So there's a little Phillips screw. Just go ahead and pull those three out, and then you'll remove this clamp, pull this hose, remove this clamp, pull this hose, and then you'll be able to pull the old one up. And then there is on the bottom, there is a little plug. Just go ahead and pull on it, and it pulls on out. And then you're ready to put the new one in. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in, and I'll show you how I drain the coolant real quick. I'll tune back in here. Alright guys, we got another hiccup again. So the reservoir does not fit, and I'll show you why. It looks like the same exact reservoir, but we have one problem. This connector looks like the same connector, but it is not. It is too big. So I gotta go find another one. I will tune back in when I get numbers. We're the same exact part numbers, but they are different. The only difference is one was bought from AutoZone and the other one was bought from O'Reilly's. So the first one I'll show you is this one was the one from AutoZone. The problem with it is that connector right there is too big. It does not fit. So I went and got one from O'Reilly's, went and grabbed it, plugged it in, and it plugs right in like it's supposed to. So So I don't quite understand it. I don't know if that's just a defect on their end or what, but shout out to O'Reilly's for having the right parts. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to drain the coolant real quick. So if you have the 1.8T Passat, you can do this. So where is it? So right there, that little wire, there is a clip on the side of it. Pull the clip out and just wiggle the wire out, and your coolant will drain. And then your coolant will be drained. And then that's that for this video. Put your coolant in, and you'll be ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and get this finished secured, but then that'll be kind of wrap it up for the heater core and the coolant. And now we're gonna do the turbo replacement. If you enjoyed this video, stay along to see how I'm gonna do the turbo replacement right there. And I'll list the parts and everything I got for it as well. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned.